Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Modern. This is round 3 of 4. This is also the opening night of the July Modern League here at Top Deck Productions. I'm Jake Valentine. Adam Olds taking the seat. Got water in his hand, fully refreshed. We will show you eventually.
Ahoy, hoy.
Eddie Sturgil and Abzan, Zachary Creemer and Byrne. Eddie is in the league. He is 2-0 tonight. Phil Jones, as you saw last round, got a 2-0 tonight. Patrick Narsavage, 2-0. Justin Gebbing, also 2-0. Who do you like this matchup, Adam, between Abzan and Byrne?
Byrne.
Why is that?
It basically just hinges on the fact that if Zach sticks a Eidolon or Great Rebel, it's probably difficult for the deck that casts 1, 2, and 3 drops to win.
Fair. Interesting that Eddie let him keep the Eidolon in hand. We saw Swisper at the top, looks like there. We saw Zach have Eidolon, Burrow's Charm, Stirring Blaze, and lands.
Although Eddie does have a Scavenging Goose in hand that can mitigate that, but it's not long for this world if he plays it.
No, he's going to get... No, he's not going to play it.
Well, he can't play it. It would just be wasting the spell, because he already knows about the Searing Blaze, right?
True, yes. Therefore, if you're Eddie, how do you play around that then, if you know that your 2-drop is just going to die?
Well, it saved me 3 life, right? So it's just more than dying. It saved me 3 life. Literally, it's going to be one of the last things I play out of my hand. So an important thing about Magic is you don't just play things because you can, right? It's like the newer player that bolts the first thing he sees, right? Bolting the bird is kind of jokey. There's nothing he can do in response here. He can take 3, but this is going to be an expensive path to exile because it's going to take 5.
God, no. Why would you?
I think he has to. Everything in his deck besides those Seed Rhinos we went past is going to damage him.
True. That's a good point, actually, then, yeah. It's just going to be, man, so much.
The other point is...
he has a basic plains in hand.
He's choosing not to.
He has a basic plains in hand, so he has the ability to...
saved a life.
Untap, play basic plains, path, play ooze, and then... I mean, Zach has a land in hand anyway, so...
We're talking about a pre-release?
Yeah, someone's mentioning about pre-release. Pre-release is happening here at GameSwap Mason.
Pre-releases are fantastic. Yeah, so somebody actually already mentioned it. You get 6 packs, and you build a sealed deck out of it.
Yes.
It's a casual REL, so if you hate your sealed pool, you can't buy a new one, but you can rebuild in between rounds with your friend's help because it is casual. So, to answer your question, you played out last. He does have 1 as bait, but I would basically have to make sure 2 creatures in the graveyard. The problem is this white removal is not going to line up too well with him activating this, him getting away from the Scavenging Goose.
He's just going to pass. Interesting.
Yeah, so you're left with a decision tree there. You can path to exile the Eidolon of Great Revel, and then play a Scavenging Goose that you know is going to die. Or you can do nothing. I don't like doing nothing. I'd almost be inclined to play out my cards, but I just know they're going to die. So he really needs to draw a Tarmogoyf.
Yes.
If these oozes were literally any other 2-drop in the deck, except for Bob. Basically just Tarmogoyf, so I'm a liar.
I don't know if Zach has another land in hand, which may have been Eddie's. That mountain should be tapped.
And that's a guru.
But yeah, Eddie's play here might have been let Zach play out all lands in hand and then deploy these Scavengers.
So Zach is a burn aficionado, and he's not new to the game. He's not going to play out all the lands in his hand. All right, and also I think Zach's just trying to be nice for the camera. He obviously knows how big his guys are.
Yes.
In the future, I'm gonna request that we don't do that.
Yeah. Also, Zach does have another land in hand.
Yeah, Zach.
His hand
this is not his first rodeo.
Here's Liliana. We're gonna Edict, so goodbye Swift Spear.
Yeah. Again, this is just not a great card for you. This does set him up better with the Scavenging Ooze, though.
Yes. Zach did, coincidentally, draw yet another land. It's a fetch land, so now he has the ability to Searing Blaze whenever he wants.
He does. And unfortunately, he also drew another land.
Here's
Eddie has some action. Oh, it might be too late.
It's going to be really big, though.
It is, but he cannot play He cannot play the ooze.
But he can't keep this path open.
It is very large. That's correct. If he plays, if at any point he plays...
Yeah, this is a 5/6
Planeswalker land. It's a 5/6. This is a very large. We're missing tribal.
Tribal artifact enchantment.
Enchantment. No enchantment. Oh yeah, enchantment got exile.
We're missing tribal artifact enchantment for the ultimate Tarmogoyf.
Although somebody's mentioning the storage on selling product, they can sell the pre-constructed decks that do have a pack in them. Also, the rules change with the last set release. Eddie probably wants to respond in path.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing here.
Good sequencing there. You can pick up pre-ordered product though.
Yes, you can pre-order boxes now at your pre-release event.
I wonder if I can pre-order. Is it too late to pre-order?
I don't think it is too late to pre-order.
Might have to do that.
You go do that.
Jake, will you buy me a box?
No.
How about 2?
No. Negative.
What if I name my first kid that I probably will never have Tom Brady?
Still pass. So, this would be really interesting back and forth now, because Eddie knows about the String Blaze in hand, and he flat out sees the fetch in play. So
correct. So we've seen burn players on the past here just play out land. And again, it's all about sequencing. So Zach is doing a very good job about keeping this. He's best served just playing the... Well, actually, you could make an argument that he should just play the second land.
He's actually playing... He's actually activating a Shamley event and attacking with it. How do you feel about that?
I like it. He's very low. You know that if Zach had a decent spell, he just would have played it. If he had Skullcrack, he would have Skullcrack here. But you also know that Zach has a Searing Blaze, so your creature's not long for this world. So you're dead to anything. I could see attacking with the Shambling Vent, but not the Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
I think one or the other.
Because yeah, Eddie's just dead to literally almost any spell from Zach, and it's another land.
What do we think about 8-whack?
I think that if you have a really good draw with 8-whack, you can really get there, but I don't like it compared to like a deck like Burn. Thoughtseize the draw from Eddie at 2 life.
Does Eddie only have 1 green?
Eddie is at 2. Eddie cannot cast anything. However, Zach can't stop drawing lands.
You know what Eddie can cast? He can cast a Siege Rhino.
Nope, doesn't matter. Zach found the bolt, and yes,
we throws his hand on the table.
We get it, Zach. The Burn player was drawing cards and not casting them because they were lands.
His lands are worth more than my car.
It's I implore you, Magic people. Generally, there's a good reason why you're not casting the cards in your hand. We saw it last round. You didn't draw lands, so you didn't play the spells in your hand, and we saw it there. You drew lands and therefore didn't play them.
Flank COD, how do you sideboard against Burn with 8-whack?
Yeah.
I just want to go faster. Yeah, and also it's so if you play nothing, like Lauren Nolan, one of the good local guys that now lives in Dayton, now he lives in Columbus. But he actually got on me when I played in a team tournament, and rightly so. Not really get on me because Lauren's not really like that. But he explained that I wasn't really fooling anybody by keeping lands in my hand unlimited. Because at some point you're not faking anything. Because if you had a creature, you would have played it. If you had a spell and it could affect the board, you would have played it. So there has to be a very specific reason why you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
So holding lands in your hand doesn't fool anybody eventually. Especially
in a format like Dominaria Limited, where kickers around there. You want to cast every single spell for maximum effort. With the Burn player, if you're a Burn player and you're not casting spells and your opponent's at 2,
yeah, you don't have anything.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not sure who you're fooling.
Oh, it's just like the whole thing of I had you dead next turn. I had you dead anyway. I would have killed you.
Yeah, Raz, I agree. I don't think I would have taken the. I don't think I would have taken a Boros Charm. I think I would have taken the Eidolon. I need to play out my spells. You could also make a case that he wants to take the Searing Blaze, so he can play out his creatures. I think Boros Charm would actually be one of the last cards I took from that hand.
I was thinking that Searing Blaze, play my Ooze, and hope to gain some life off it.
Yeah, and again, your white matchup is not great.
But
your white removal is not great here.
But Eddie's gonna bring in some kitchen finks, I imagine, which is gonna be pretty.
Teddy Dooner says showcase whatever it is, it does affect me. So, but yeah, I mean, most people aren't even like interested in it. The people that really care are the professional Magic players because they are the ones being cost money.
Devils, make sure to watch the VOD on this because we talked about the Shiver So's case in depth.
Billy, what do you want to talk about? Because we actually talked about this because I was mentioning that we're actually coming up with segments and things to talk about on the stream more.
So all these players shuffle up. We'll remind everyone that you see that banner on your screen. We are having a benefit for Luke Browning. Luke is he still is a local Magic player.
He is.
He had a really bad accident, had to go to the hospital, has to stay in the hospital for the rest of the time, had to have back surgery, part of his intestine removed. Not a fun time for Luke, so we're trying to help him out a little bit. Try to make him and his family feel a bit better, help him out a little bit, help him finishing foiling part of his Bant Company deck. So that's why the benefit goal is there as well.
Yeah, and Luke's pretty much the ideal local Magic player. Started off as Mountain Dew power rank. He's absolutely. Jake stole me Mountain Dew.
We'll do that. Don't worry. That's
when?
Coming. That's coming.
When?
Next week.
I don't believe you. Am I going to see a Waluigi mustache and Mountain Dew next week?
You will see Mountain Dew before Waluigi mustache.
That's crap.
So, ideal start from Zach. Turn 1 Swiftspear. Here comes Eddie. No discard early on, but here's a fetch. What are we going to see? What do you want to see here from Eddie on this turn 2?
A Tarmogoyf. Literally anything. He did not lead with turn 1 discard. People often thought Thoughtseizes.
Teddy, I'm trying to grow the natural Waluigi mustache.
You know what would help is if you shaved it in the shape that you want it to be, and then you let it grow in fully after.
Yeah, but then I have to have it forever. Here's a Collective Brutality.
Oh, this card.
Discarding Maelstrom Pulse.
This is why people think that Burn's not playable now. Even
he's good with the rest, and we see Searing Blaze. We see 2 Lava Spikes and another Swiftspear.
I take that Searing Blaze in a
all day,
every day. Wow, his deck is quite nice.
Billy wants us to talk about things, not talk about things that bring negative outlooks in the game.
Well,
we could do that. Let's talk about some of the positives that are coming out from Magic the rest of the year. You want to do that?
Well, if there was more positives, maybe we'd talk about them.
I argue that there are plenty of positives.
Yeah.
Dominaria was a really good set. It was a fantastic limited environment. I'm excited to see what play design does moving forward. Excited to see what core set does in terms of some of the playability of the modern possible cards in there. Zach does have Gurus.
Magistrate Scepter. And Zach does have Gurus. Yeah, Zach's deck is pimp. Also, if Billy doesn't want what we're talking about, he's more than welcome
to come on camera.
On camera and talk with us.
Here is a Scavenging Ooze, maybe?
Yeah, Dom was actually...
No, it's another Collective Brutality. He's gonna... No, Eddie, no. Why are you discarding the Rhino, Eddie? I don't like you anymore.
How dare you?
I'm going to go out there and give Eddie a piece of my mind.
The Jake Valentine Invitational card. I also don't like him discarding the best threat in his deck.
The 4/5 Trample Lightning Helix.
The 4/5 Trample Lightning Helix, just because he has 3 lands.
Oh, Eddie. I expect him just to play Ooze.
Eddie is my hero. See, Billy wants to talk about... This is a negative thing.
This is a very negative... But yeah, Dominaria.
Why do you not want Jake to see his glorious return of the Siege Rhino?
But
what did Hugin call it? The Mukau?
I don't know anyone who calls it that. It is the card that we'll see play when Polukranos rotates, though.
I don't know if I go that far, Eddie, but I mean Raz. I do think Siege Rhino is important because Zach literally can't deal with it.
I don't think he needed to do all 3 modes of brutality.
I don't know. I did not think he was in any danger of losing the game at 12.
No, absolutely not. Especially with the Scavenging Ooze in hand.
The Scavenging Ooze is going to go to town.
Yeah.
Oh, but now he can eat his own Siege Rhino.
Do a Thoughtseize up.
But he wants to play a Thoughtseize. No, I'm playing this Ooze.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm playing this Ooze.
We're just going to wait. No need to do anything just yet. Here's Burrow's Charm. Eddie down to 10. But yeah, Dominaria was my favorite limited set since Cons.
You play limited?
Every now and then I play them. I did not play as much Dominaria as I wanted to. I want to start using Magic Online to play more limited, especially if core sets.
I'm kind of Dominaria out. Yeah, Zach just scoops it up. He's pretty far behind at this point.
All right. Eddie, despite discarding the best card of all time, wins game number 2. So, positives in Magic. Commander Anthology. How do you feel about that as a product?
No. How about, have you seen the Treese Nielsen?
Oh, God, yes.
My God.
Oh, my God.
This stuff is gorgeous.
So,
If you guys don't know, Therese Nielsen famously did the art for Force Will. If you're into it, I got him a couple years in the past.
Natural Order as well.
Natural Order, yeah. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Magic artist. She did a Hannah Ship's Navigator for the Judge promo, and a bunch of other cards. If you haven't seen them, they every year at San Diego Comic-Con they release Planeswalkers from the Air, and they're special art. Last year, they were the Amonkhet ones, so the Egyptian themed.
They were like
the year before they were zombie themed. So they're actually worth substantial money, and you have to get passes at Gen Cons. I mean, San Diego Comic-Con, so people traditionally sell them.
They do release them online at some point, but...
I mean, they're snapped up by resellers.
Good luck. You're not going to... if you get them at MSRP...
Right, can you find... Oh, yeah, here's some previews of them. Like, and this is just little snippets.
Yeah, we'll fix that format.
If we can see the
full card should be available on IGN or Twitter.
Oh, man. Therese Nielsen also linked them on her Twitter.
Yes.
These are so good looking. It's unbelievable.
And if you're going to Comic-Con, there's Jace.
Look at this. Look how, and there's Urza on the back. Oh my God, how cool is that art?
The card itself was
the card's garbage,
but the art is amazing.
I like. Isn't it Chandra Torch Defiance?
It is Chandra Torch.
Oh,
Let's pull up the Chandra Torch with the Jaya Ballard in the background.
She's my bae.
Chandra's your bae or Jaya's your bae?
No, Jay's kind of a cougar now.
Bae.
You know why she's not deferring? Like got the spark back. You know, became young again.
But yeah, you want to talk about something positive in Magic? This is
look at that art.
Look at that.
Holy cow!
I don't like collecting foils and stuff like this, but I want these.
This is cool too.
I really want these.
This with Frey Elise in the background. Man, that's awesome.
I forget who Gideon had in the background.
Probably nobody, because who cares?
And the Liliana had Bolus in hers.
Look at that.
Yeah, Liliana Bolus. Oof. Oh man.
God.
Yeah, Sarah.
By death.
Sarah in the background for Gideon. Man, they just look good.
What did Young William say?
Young William says, pretty sure Chandra enjoyed... No, it is Jaya. I was told...
Can bring Chandra back up?
I was told by the internet it is Jaya Ballard. And it makes sense that it'd be Jaya, story-wise.
Look at the goggles. 110% that's Jaya. Because Chandra has Jaya's goggles.
I also have to check my DMs.
Are you in trouble?
Probably because I'm not Waluigi right now. Meanwhile, here's a Goblin Guide into Inquisition. We see Helix, Skullcrack, Boros Charm, and
what is
he's leaving again.
Why does
the
he keep leaving the Searing Blaze?
I can see the logic. If in your head, you go, okay, 4 damage is more than 3.
Full screen again. Gracias. I do not understand
why he's just leaving Searing Blaze like that. Like, I get it.
He cannot play Scavenging Goose. Scavenging Goose
4 damage is more than 3. But knowing Zach has a Searing Blaze just really...
He can't... It's going to alter every turn he plays.
Exactly. Like, I understand the logic and thinking pattern behind it. I just don't agree with it.
Yeah. Can we talk about another positive?
Like what?
It was Billy was wrong.
What was Billy wrong about?
It's Jara. It's not Jara, it's Jara.
It's always nice to talk about when Billy's wrong, isn't it?
I love when Billy's wrong. Except, Billy, why aren't you here tonight? Are you just not going to come to League anymore? Or are you just going to play on Thursdays?
Billy doesn't like us. That's what's going on there. Thank you, these shanks, for the follow. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being one of the 147 people currently watching the Tuesday night.
If you play Red, you play Lightning Bolt.
Here's a Thoughtseize from Eddie.
Well, Zach with the...
trying to rip apart his hand, but...
Skullcrack.
Skullcrack makes sense. But still, like...
I guess.
Yeah. Eddie's looking at so much damage, and what has he done this game? He's done nothing.
I'm not going to read what...
Fatal Push will be really important at the top, but Eddie's at 8.
He is super low. He also can't play any creature.
The only creature I would play...
Thank you for the stream.
No problem, thanks.
Billy need a break. Billy needs a break. Yeah, I could have seen that. You kind of were magicked out.
There's only one creature I can see Eddie playing right now.
Hey, Billy, if we did a team tournament, would you play in it?
Thank you, Zenolithic, for the follow as well. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you adding us to the list of streamers you follow.
Where's the location?
We're in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Link the store.
We're at GameSwap Mason, to be exact, in Cincinnati, Ohio. All right, so this push will take care of the Goblin Guide. Eddie at 8, and he knows about the, what is it?
It'll be really good here, Moo Cow.
I bet it would.
A Moo Cow.
I think Zach has 7 damage available in the hand.
How many creatures in the graveyard?
Not enough.
He does not have... Oh. Go to 4.
Oh, Eddie. Oh, man.
Oh.
Zach internally is screaming.
Like, all right, yeah.
Screaming.
Like, so he can't. If he plays... This is going to end poorly if he plays Scavenging Ooze, which I think he's going to.
Thanks, Flankto COD, for the follow as well.
No, we went to Unified, so we're thinking about probably doing something for Luke. And this is immediately dead. It'd be normal formats.
Yeah,
regardless of how I feel, I've been outvoted several times already. I wanted to play standard with sealed, but
there's no way. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way Eddie's at 1.
Well, I mean, he's gonna go up to 5. So Luke Browning is a local Magic player. Most recently, he top forward a which store
was the Atlanta Team Open.
Atlanta Team Open with 2 guys that work at the store, Kyle Palmer and Justin Gebbing. Luke was in a terrible car wreck last Friday. He has several broken bones, etc. Yeah, he's a young guy that was doing fantastic, playing Magic much more competitively because he actually is very new to the game.
Yes,
and it's just sad to see somebody with that much passion and wants to play the Magic that much.
Thank you,
and he just
Joe for the follow, Eddie. I mean, Eddie, we know that you have possible cards to cast in hand, but again, it's just like.
So yeah, he did the discard of the Moo Cow.